Hi everybody, welcome back to another video on this channel. My name is Divine and I've been on few videos for those of you who don't know, but I'm back again for those of you who do know. Well, anytime I'm around, we always get to do interviews, we get to know persons and I get to ask questions. But this time around, I don't think I'll be asking questions like that so much. But I also get to contribute to what we have to ask today and what we'll talk about today. So today we're going to be talking about 11 most embarrassing moments of our lives. Yes, I know this is actually going to bring back memories about most embarrassing things that happened to you, maybe in school, at work, family, whatever. Well, that's the use of this video. But before we get into that video, you guys know the drill on this channel. You have to smash that subscribe button and you have to click the like button if this video was actually useful to you, if you learned something from it, if you actually reminded you about bad memories and good memories too. And you also have to click the notification button down below so you're notified about when we drop new videos on this channel. And with that done already, let's get into these videos, guys.
We're already on, we're already live. We're still playing with your hair.
Okay, sorry. So, where do we start?
You'll get the ball rolling.
Okay. So I think that is going to tell us a story, at least the first one story, about his most embarrassing moments. So let's start with you, Daddy.
Okay, we'll start from my university days. That okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
This was when I was admitted into Unilag and they put us in a hall. They put me in a hall. We call them a new men's. We call it men's new hall at that time. One of the newest halls there, but that's not the story. So when I got I stayed in my room after getting my accommodation, and people were going and coming. I was going to the SUB to eat as expected, and life just normal. Then after about 3 weeks, one guy that was opposite my room said, oh boy, you don't used to go to class. I said, class like how? He said, I used to see that whenever we go out and come back, you are always here, something like that. I told him, like how? What class like how? He said, what course am I studying? I told him. And then he said, which year? I told him. He said, we are supposed to be in the same class now. He's in part 1 and 2 like me. He said, but he doesn't see me in class. Then I said, have they started? He said, started like how? That we are supposed to be in the same class that they started 3 weeks ago. Meanwhile, I was always sitting in the room. And actually, can I just tell you the truth? I thought maybe somebody would just come and ring big, change of lesson. Somebody will come and just say, oh, the new students.
Like secondary school. That's what that means.
Oh yeah, new students go to that place. Wow. I asked him where the department was. I rushed to the department the next day, and I was like on the strange grounds. People were just coming and going, but I saw that everybody was holding files in their hands, and so I stopped somebody in my department's corridor there, and he told me where I could collect my own file too and all the rest. So I went there, and where have you been? Story like that. They gave me the file. And now I didn't know what else I was supposed to do. They told me I should go and register for my courses. So I knew the major courses I was supposed to register. I think it's about 10, those ones are about 10 units. But the normal load you're supposed to carry is 18 units. And the maximum load you can carry is 24. So I put my department electives in now. I didn't know how to add, what else to add and what not to add. So anytime as I'm walking along the passage, anytime I see anybody, I say, please, can I look at your file? Look at it. If anything they have that I don't have, I will add it to my own. So I kept adding them until I think it became about 23 units. And,
wow.
I didn't know that people were borrowing courses from other departments, people from law, accounting, art. So I just had a lot of one units, everything became 23 units, and I went to go and dump it like that. And then later, as time went on, people now began to say, why are you having, the pressure was already on. And I realized that I registered, instead of everybody else had 18 units in the class, I had 23. I read book and I couldn't get them out anymore. One more unit. irrelevant 1 unit. So that was how I got myself
Back.
into the university in the beginning, because I thought somebody would come and call us.
Ring bell.
Why didn't they come and call us? Okay, how was I supposed to know? Only me now. Nobody was there. I didn't have anybody to go to ask it. I could have asked people around.
You would have asked. So you were waiting for them to do like what do you call this? Attendance in school.
I don't know what I was waiting for. I just felt, well, they said that is the hall. So I went to the hall, and like any other good student should do, I sat down and waited for the people that told me. Okay, you're next.
Okay, so I think I have an embarrassing moment. This happened in school, this university. I'm university, of course, as you guys know. Okay, so that day we had a lecture by 10, only for our course rep to say that had been postponed. New lecturers now, say 11. So I was like, okay, I'll leave the house by 10:30 or 10:40, but 10:30 would be like Nigerian time now, like 10:50 or 55 or 11 o'clock. So I left the house, got to school. I didn't have data, number one, and I didn't have friends. So there was nobody to contact, there was nobody to do anything with, and I didn't have data to come online to say that they've already, the test held for 10 a.m. and this is me coming to school by 10:30, 10:55. So I got to the class where we had lectures. Lo and behold, the class was already half empty. And because I was so shy to ask questions, I sat down there like a boss that doesn't know anything for the whole time. And I blocked my ears, so I couldn't actually hear when the political science students were saying that, oh, our lecturer is not even coming. And most of them, they were just sitting down, okay, let's read a book, let's take
Wait. This is the problem you will put earpiece in the ear. I feel like conquering somebody sometimes. Somebody is talking to you, you cannot hear, you have that. Why do people always see where the thing has taken you to? Anyway, don't let me cut you short. Continue.
So, along the line, I had sat down there for 20 minutes, only for a girl to come downstairs and be like, what are you doing here? And I was like, the test does not want to hold again. The lecturer not coming. What are you doing? And she was like, test. The test is holding upstairs. And I was like, and I'm still here.
New student.
Still student, so this is 3 months in school. I know every time you hold test, it's close to the examination period, and this builds your CAT. You cannot miss any tests, obviously. I ran upstairs immediately. Only for me to get upstairs, the door was jammed. The lecturer had already locked the door. So I finally found another way to go upstairs. As I was entering the hall, the lecturer was, everybody please submit papers. Thank you very much. And this is where I stood. So I wasted my time coming to school. I didn't achieve the test. Nothing
Did
at
you cry?
all.
Confess.
That day I cried though.
You
Because
cried?
that was 15 marks. That was 15 marks. And we had 2 lecturers of that course. 2 lecturers. One is handling the linguistics area, and one is handling the mass media area. I cried because that was 15 marks already gone. If it was that God actually made a makeup test, daddy, that's finished for me.
Okay.
So let's go back to daddy. I've finished my story.
It has not finished for you. God will help us. Okay, this one also happened in school. I have some things in there, so
Okay.
I will be looking at it from here. No, this is during my NYSC days. I served in NASWE, that is Army Engineers in Makurdi. So there's a market close to where we are. It's called North Bank Market. So there was this store where they sell fairly used, So I saw this boxers shorts. They normally have high waist and a big band. Very beautiful looking. And I made up my mind, when they pay our alawi, I'm coming to buy this thing. So make a long story short, as soon as they paid our alawi, I went there, bought the shorts, washed it. The first time I wore it, as I came out, I think about 3 girls among those of us, because we were serving in our quarters, came and said, "Oh, you are the one that bought this." That one was the first punch on the face. I said, "Bought what?" You are the one that bought this knicker. I said, "Which knicker?" He said, "The one you are wearing." I said, "Like how?" He said, "This knicker now." I said, "Knicker that I brought from Lagos." You say I'm the one that brought it.
That you lied.
I lie. I lie. And I heard out of my lie. They now call other people, say, "This knicker, is it not at the North Bank market?" Apparently, a lot of other coppers had observed that knicker. They wanted also to buy it.
Right.
So I just rushed off. Maybe they were waiting for Alawi too, like I was doing. I got rushed off to go and buy it. I didn't know a lot of people had seen that knicker. You know what I did?
What?
I stuck to my line, which was not good. They argued with me, called other coppers, argued and argued. I stood my ground that I brought this nigga from Lagos. When they left me that day,
What's the use of lying? What's the use of lying?
there was no point lying. I mean, I could have just simply said, okay, I saw it. I didn't know other people had seen that nigga. And I'm sure that affected my rep in that place because I stuck to that lie, but I'm sure every time they see it, look at you.
That guy lies a lot. Don't trust him.
I found it embarrassing. I won't try that again. It's not good to lie. Don't lie because you can't hide the truth for long.
Even if you think you won't get caught, along the line you will get caught. And people will not trust you the way they used to any longer.
I'm glad those NYC days are long over. Let me tell you another interesting one. This one happened when mommy was serving here. When she came to serve, because she changed this thing to Port Harcourt. So I went to greet her at the NYSC camp, and she decided to follow me back home, sneak out of the camp. I didn't ask her to sneak; she decided, and better for me at the end. So, so she overdressed, so that when you are dressed, those soldiers are manning the gate will not know that you are a copper. You understand? So when she was getting ready to come out, rain started falling. So one of her friends too decided that she would follow us back to the house. So we had to rush in the rain because since we were going home, it doesn't matter. So we rushed, entered. I just got there. I was driving the Jetta executive then. Rushed, entered the car and sat down. Immediately, I sat down. She was sitting like that. Her friend was at the back. It's only dawned on me, where is the security device for the car? Now, this car had this small device like a key holder or something, but you will not know it's a security device. And then somewhere under the dashboard there is always a red light on. That's where you put that this thing, but you will never know that thing is a security. Listen, so I normally just even leave it in the car. So I was wondering, where is the light? And where is the security device? Why were that? Boys came, stood around the car, rain was falling, and they were like, "Oga, what are you trying to do?" I was like, what am I trying to do? It's my car. You understand? What are you trying to do? That moment, you now dawned on me. I said, wait. So I just looked a little bit through, this little space where one of the guys was standing, and I saw that there was another Jetta executive, white in color, same as mine. And I was like, oh, that's my car. Please,
mistaken identity, your cars.
Please. You see, what are you trying? I say, please, it's a mistake. This is my car. Just allow me to come out and prove it to you. My wife and everyone. I said, please, just let me prove it to you. So I came out of the car. Boys now, they were already ready.
You're ready to have this fight.
So I just went there. I said, just let me show you that this is my car. I went and opened my car, put my security device, started the car. So I was like, so how did your car open my car? I said, I don't know. The rain was falling. We just rushed. I just put my car key, and at the time I parked, there was no other car parked there. So that was what happened. I mean, that was like
and because of the rain too, you actually did not see the next Jetta. Then you just
I didn't even look. They also did not look. All my mind was that white Jetta. That's my car. Don't know that another white Jetta came and parked alongside. So I don't break my head. Maybe you forgot to
It's God that saved you.
Okay, you go. Or do you want me to do one more?
Yeah, I wanted to do one more.
This one happened in school. Like all students, you collect money from home. You have to flex now.
Yes,
so, like you are doing now, you flex now. So, then we are staying in Oshobo. I will go to Oshobo. The way students write their budget, my father will cut. He will cut like.
You still have some money.
God. It will still fall in within the
place.
So this was just the system. Every now and then, maybe in a month, go back home to whatever. So this time around, I got so broke in school. I'd spent my money normally after flexing. I clear. So I had to beg for money in the hostel from other guys. Put this money together. The money became to about 9 naira something. Then transport from Oshobo was 9 naira.
9 naira.
Yes. I tell you, 9 naira.
9 naira.
Yes. Even by the time I graduated from university, you know how much a full tank is? My 5 for them. 40 naira.
40 naira.
Full tank.
Full tank.
So
40 naira can't even buy you gala. Now,
How much is gala?
Gala is 15 naira. This is really 16 naira. It can't even buy you gala.
That gala you are eating is not gala. The gala you are eating now is not gala. Don't let me go into that. So let me just finish this
Let's
story.
finish that.
So 9 naira entered vehicle, taxi, everything. So by the time I arrived at Ojota Park, the money was already. Make a long story short, there was no bus.
Okay.
They had just station wagon and 504 all going to Osogbo. Okay, let me pay now and go. 12 naira. They had just recently increased transport. 12 naira to Osogbo, Lagos to Osogbo. Now, I had options in my mind. There were no buses in the park. Okay, maybe if I go out and stand by the roadside, I have to go towards, to make it easier for me, I have to go towards toll gate, which is quite some distance from where Ojota Park is, if you know Lagos very well. So I had to go a little bit further, and the distance was quite much. And I didn't want to enter and get to Ibadan and then take another one, just in case I decide to break the journey and just be standing by the roadside. So, but I knew that around that area, somebody would just enter. So I stood, there was none. Now I decided to beg. The 9 naira was actually not 9 naira anymore, if I remember very well. So, and I started begging people. I begged the drivers that it's only 9 naira. Come on, get away. They removed me from the park. Not that they removed me physically. I mean, after facing all those rejections, I decided to, so I stood in front of Ojota Motor Park, begging the people that are passing. Hey, Joe.
It's quite embarrassing.
See insult.
It's very embarrassing.
You say you don't have money. Come on, get out. I'm a robber. This one, man, you know what comes with the territory. But I learned a lesson from that. Eventually, the money was completed. I actually did travel. Till I left Unilag, I never allowed that kind of situation to happen to me.
Because you've learned from your experience.
No matter how I flex, my transport money go complete extra inside my pocket like this before I step out. But what I saw there is that it's just that Nigeria is such a way that the bad people don't allow us to know the good people. I mean, people who have genuine problems. It is hard to beg Nigerians for money. Oh boy, it is hard. It is hard. And then, but when I see somebody begging for money, that experience comes back to me, and I'm like,
I once did this. I was once in this situation.
But I didn't allow it to happen to me again. Okay, you're next. You're next.
Okay, so my own embarrassing moment is going to bring back some flashes to you. What happened to you? Because this is very embarrassing for me. Now, I don't think I've ever been in a situation whereby you are pressed, either you want to wee or you want to poo. And you know the situation whereby you can't even hold it. It just has to come out. And at this moment, you're either in a bus or you're somewhere you just can't let it out. You have to hold this. And your tummy is like, oh boy, so this thing it has to come out. So whether you like it or not, I have to come out.
I've been there before.
So that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So I was in secondary school then. And I used to take bus back home. So I had a private school bus to drive me back home. But because we had so many students, most of them coming from Oguni, town, everywhere, so they always drop me last because my house is kind of very close to school a little bit. So they would turn around with everybody before they come to drop me. Okay, so that's what I did now. I told our driver that I was pressed. I think we were getting close to town, but there was hold up. So I was like, I'm pressed. And he was like, when you've been eating since and drinking all the water and everything that's available, why won't you be pressed? You will hold the wheel. I was like, I cannot hold this wheel. And he was like, you have to hold it because I can't stop. There is hold up. The road is blocked. Except you will come down and we. And this is me now, a girl. Girls, you like for me now. And you cannot come and embarrass me. You cannot come and embarrass me. I think I should be 13 or 14. I was just 3. And I still had a little bit of girly, that. Okay, so I tried holding it. I just couldn't. And there's one thing about all this when you're pressed. That last minute, where you're like 1 step to the house or 2 steps to where you can actually ease yourself, it's to just disgrace you and just like, boom. That's what happened. So 10 minutes to get to my where we stay, my mom stays. I was so pressed. My kidney was like, see girl, we can't hold this any longer. It has to be now. Daddy, I was begging. In fact, I got to a point where I was like, okay, even if there's buckets, I don't mind weeing inside the bucket. Anybody can look at me. I just want to wee. I tried to write again, okay, please, can I wee? He was like, no, you're very close to your house. Just hold this, you get to the house. He doesn't understand my situation, or if it's him, I'm sure he will come down and wee. What's me? Doesn't understand. So 10 minutes to the house. I just okay. I said, let me go get the bucket that is at the front seats. I don't know what happened. For me to stand up, the bee just did poo. This was so embarrassing because this is me in the school bus actually win, and the school bus is not actually going to be washed maybe weekend. Now this is what you did, and I was in my school uniform with my
What's
socks.
the color of your school uniform?
Purple.
It will show.
And it's not even the one that
Maybe-
it's not the one that absorbs. It's the satin or that does not absorb anything. So
It will show.
it will just stain back and front, and there is nothing. It doesn't dry. It doesn't soak. This is my situation now. I had to figure out a way on how to.
And the driver didn't know.
He didn't know now. He didn't even know what happened. I had to figure out a way how to fix the situation. So I had little water in my bottle when I was like, okay, let it not be that I'm lying because they will ask me what happened to your clothes. This is like the school bus. I was like, okay, let me just pour water. And that's wisdom. People have wisdom.
That's why you sense.
That's what sense. I poured the water on my school uniform and on the chairs and the bus. So when I came down, the driver was like, Divine, what happened to your clothes? I was like, it's water. Water poured in the school bus. So I have to use my skirt to clean. And he was like, you'd have told me to give you rag. I was like, no, there was no use. There was no use. I quickly rushed to my house. Up till today, I did not tell my mom what happened. I didn't tell anybody. This is like I think I told her yesterday or this morning, and this now I'm telling telling daddy. Nobody knows because it's so embarrassing. I'm very sure this will bring flashes back to you about everything that happened to you. So let's go back to daddy.
Okay, let me give you another one. If you've lived as long as I live, you probably have many stories to tell. So this one happened in the bank. You know, I'm a pastor. So you are supposed to
With his high suits every time corporate.
prim and proper.
Fully.
You are always expected to be well behaved. You don't make mistakes. You are not a normal human being, you know.
You're supposed to get angry. You're supposed to be happy all the
Yeah,
time.
so Diamond Bank, Abarut, went there and, you know, crowd, they asked us to line up and, you know, one after the other. But I noticed these guys that were manning the doors were like playing favorites. When they see their guy, enter. Then we that are there standing in the sun. So we got to the stage and I said, no, that is not happening anymore. If I don't enter, nobody else will enter. I said, oh, nobody else will enter. So I stood in front of the door, insisting that except I enter, nobody will.
Daddy.
See what they grand. As I stood there, they decided that they would not allow me. They would not open the door. So people, at first, people said, okay, let them. I said, no, nobody will tell me anything. Blah, 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 blah. I began to make noise. So somebody came out from the bank. As the door opened, the person stepped out. I stepped into the door. They now refused to open, you know, the other door inside.
And this one too won't close.
They refused to open the door. And I said, okay, if that's the case, nobody is going to come out.
Nobody's entering.
Nobody is entering. They were talking. I was leave me alone. As I was in that doing that racket, I just turned and looked back at my back. I don't know whether you know her, Sister Kate.
I think I remember.
Sister Kate was just
Staring at you.
that was like just kill me. I mean, I'm supposed to be the example.
Yes.
She didn't say anything. She didn't even say, hey, Daddy, good morning. They was just looking at me. And I was like, oh God, why should this person be here at this time and all the rest now? God's so kind. At like a few seconds after that, they now like decided to let this man just go with Swala. They opened the other door. I entered, we did our transactions. You know, she entered with me. I wasn't myself anymore. It was like I'm the one that said, you know, I let everybody down. The thing affected me badly. I offered to carry her, you know, back, and
But you still did not balance because the war already
it took me days to be able to, you know, come out of.
You know, people
experience.
actually feel like pastors are not human beings. They have the right to get angry, sad, express themselves.
But what I did
Was not right. Yes.
not right.
And also, if this is the time where everybody, you know, recently anything happens, everybody gets their camera out. And if they have known you're a
Thank
pastor,
God that it's not this time of.
if they know you're a pastor, by now Insta block would have carried it so they to be everywhere. It's what a pastor is doing.
No, this way, but thank God that telephones and cameras have not become so, you know.
Yes. If not, you'd have been everywhere by now. That
You
a
know,
pastor did this.
sometimes it's a bit of a pressure because of people's expectation because you're a pastor. That's why you see that if you invite me out, I mean, if somebody invites me out, I prefer eating at home.
Yeah.
Well, because I want to eat my mala. I don't want to eat like a pastor. Carry the banana.
Because that's the right way to eat.
But if you are a pastor now, I have to. I don't.
Form, cutlery.
Yeah, it's
Left and right.
it's sanctified.
So Daddy, you must have a food experience. A very
I
immersive
want food experience. Then we close this thing. I want food experience. One of my friends invited me out for lunch one day, and this was around GRA. We went there and brought the menu. I chose, I think, pounded yam and cow leg. So his food arrived. He started eating. I came a bit later. When the food arrived, that was when I knew today is another day. The cow leg was this big, huge leg. I don't know what kind of cow that was. So when I saw it, I knew immediately this kind of cow leg is not a fork and knife business.
Cow leg, it's a
Because I tried to test it with the fork and I realized that it wasn't going through. The knife also wasn't going through. So I did the right in African Man Original.
Wash your hand.
Wash my hand and not
Grab
send.
that meat
And not send. I carry the cow leg. Tough cow leg. They're not cook away. They clean as I bite her, put her down.
Because it's so hard.
I don't know what I did to the chef. Strong cow leg. I tried to bite on. I'm talking to you. Everything was already.
No.
My friend was sitting and
Staring at you, he'd be like, "What is this? What is this?"
and I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God. I couldn't eat too. I was just embarrassed. I mean, look at somebody eating decently in front of you, and
Yes, your
here
hands.
you have your hand, you have the cow leg. It was like I just look like a greedy, gluttonous kind of human being. Look at the kind of because somebody took you out for lunch. Look at the kind of food you want.
And to order, you know, order just rice with chicken as usual with cold slots.
That was the last time me and that brother ever went out together. He never invited me to come and eat anywhere.
But at least you brought the cow leg back
No.
home now. You left it for them. Where was I?
Can't let that disgrace me. I will carry it again. I left. I did that food. I was too embarrassed to eat.
Oh my god.
Oh, you will have carried it.
I would have carried. I'm back home. Sit down very well. Leg, zip my zip.
Garlic, yam and lay.
I'll reboil it, cook it again. Too soft.
No,
Too soft.
I'm a pastor. I have to form. Let's finish this video. Let's finish this video. So you don't complete.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. I'm very sure this will bring back some memories, sometimes embarrassments of your life. Well, we have shared ours already. So if you have yours and you want to share with us, leave it in the comments. And if it's very exciting, maybe we'll read it on our next video.
Yes, so
Thank you very much. We love you. Bye.
bye. What happened to the pineapple after now? Be whatever your cloth now after you put extra map on it. Are we still on? We're still on.